What's up, my people? It's your favorite Light M Boogie in this thing. Welcome to another amazing episode of the Can't Be Broken podcast, where we are shining light on the darkness that is domestic violence and abuse. Welcome to the show. If you've never been here before, we got 3 simple goals to educate, empower, and encourage. We are here to educate anyone who has never been in abusive relationships. We're here to empower all of our survivors to stand up and share your story without shame, fear, guilt, or judgment, because your voice deserves to be heard. And to anyone who is currently suffering in silence, listen, you are not alone. You are not crazy. Abuse is not normal. Your feelings are valid. And despite how it may look and feel in this very moment, there is always a way out, and we encourage you to safely seek support. Now, y'all know what it is. We about to go ahead and hop up in this thing because we got to rise above these insecurities, release the burdens of shame and guilt, and revive our God-given power, purpose, and passion the confidence way, because we about to light it up. All right, y'all know what it is. Like I said, another amazing episode of the Can Be Broken podcast. And tonight we have this beautiful light, this guest, this amazing queen who is out here doing her thing. And while she doing that, we about to dive up in here and see what kind of buffoonery these folks out here in the street be on. So I don't know what it's going to be like. But as I usually say, because as it usually is, please keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. If you need a helmet, have it handy. And you might need your shoulder pads and your straps too. But welcome to the show, my beautiful, amazing sister, this immaculate light, Miss Reva in this thing.
Hello. I love your energy.
I'm going to give me a soundboard one day.
Yes.
We're moving on up at some point.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna get there.
That's out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get all that. I'm gonna get all that right now and put that in the atmosphere.
Praise the Lord. Yes.
Won't he do it?
Yes,
he let him.
Yes, he will.
Y'all know we be cutting up on here, but we gotta go in this thing because it ain't no thing but a chicken wing on the string, and we gotta give it up. You hear me?
Yes.
Miss Reva. Y'all see how beautiful she is? You see how peace and calm.
I am. I'm happy.
Why people gotta act up?
Girl, because they want to. They just want to. It's just, it's almost like it's human nature. I was just talking to my friend and I said, people just choose to be evil, but they do that because they're miserable people.
Because they're miserable and they just got to cut up. And they say misery loves company.
Yeah.
I don't want no more invitations.
Oh, no. You ain't got to have it either.
And if you send it my way, it's going to get RTS'd real quick.
Yes.
Return to sender, because I don't got time for it. But we ain't talking about me. We talking about you. So let me ask you this, because in my experience, I didn't grow up around any form of abuse that I was aware of. You know, it might be somewhere generational, but in my home, I didn't see it. But did you, like, with your aunts and uncles, parents, anybody in the neighborhood? Nothing?
No, I had probably one of a fairy tale almost, childhood. Like it's almost the perfect. We never saw parents argue, raise their voice. Just good. My parents always together. Just a good childhood. My mama used to videotape us when we were children. So I never saw abuse. I never seen like physical abuse. I never saw verbal abuse in my house. I just had a good childhood.
Wow, man, it is a blessing, ain't it?
Oh man, it is, because you don't realize how many people really have abusive um upbringings, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people, and some people don't even know that they're being abused or neglected, or a parent may have a mental disorder and now it's causing trauma. So that's more things that we have to talk about.
Absolutely, because it's a different normal for everybody.
Oh yeah.
And when you don't know better, you just don't know better. So you're in this norm and you think this is what love is or what life is supposed to be. And it's just all the way wrong, because your parents had trauma that they ain't face and address and do all that thing. So if you didn't grow up with it in the household and you didn't see it, you experienced the love. How did you find yourself in an abusive relationship, and how old were you when you first experienced abuse?
So I think that if you go back, I'm a Christian. If you go back, I did things out of order. You know what I'm saying? If we look at, I had my child at 17. Um, you know, I was in a relationship then, and it really it was like, it wasn't like, well, it did get kind of physical abusive, but you know, doing things out of order can just, you know, cost you trauma. And then you just go from relationship to relationship to relationship. And you know, I was married. And even that relationship, it wasn't just a horrible relationship, but you know, words are being said, or you might have a fight here and there, but you know, not just horrible, but it's still, that's still not right. You know what I'm saying? That's still abusive relationship. So in my space now, being 44, and being in a positive relationship, I strive for a positive, happy, loving, caring, respectful relationship. And I tell people that have been through trauma, you can get there, but you got to get rid of the you know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of the BS.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm talking about like you've got to really one love yourself is what I'm learning. Well, I mean, I think everybody
Yeah.
doesn't quite understand what true self-love is. And we think we love ourselves, and then we try to put in the same breath the weight or the pressure on the person that we're with to love us more than we love ourselves. And it's
Mhm.
just not going to work that way. It's just
Right.
not going to work.
Yeah.
So you were 17, and I mean, I did things out of order too. So
Yeah.
it's amazing how you I didn't really feel like God's order was like strict rules and all this other, like I never looked at it like that, but it's just amazing how clear you get once you make all those mistakes. It's like if you just do things right and be patient and wait on his timing, then you don't even got to work like the stuff that you're going through that you didn't even weren't supposed to go through that. Like
Yeah.
there were certain things you were supposed to go through, but most of the times we bring it on ourselves because we're
Yes.
operating outside of his laws. And so when you were 17, you mentioned you had your child, but you said it did get a little physical abusive. Like, what does that look like? Because a lot of
A
times
little.
people,
Yeah. A lot of times people do just, so they think, okay, if you get in an argument, but if you have anything where you're putting your hands on somebody and they putting their hands on you, that's abusive. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sweet boy. And so if you have a conversation where y'all are cussing each other out and it's be this, that's an abusive, you know, relationship. And so I know it's abusive because I've never heard my parents cuss at each other. Ever. Ever. I've never heard them raise their voice. Ever. So, you know, me and I have a sister, we were like, you know, like what these men doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be arguing with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you know, you just that's still abusive. And I think people just say, it's a little fight or it's not a big deal, but little things become a big deal.
oh my gosh, yes. And the fact that you have the audacity to disrespect one another. Like if we don't have respect for each other, what foundation do we have?
We don't.
Because there's going to be a time where we need to navigate through something that actually is difficult. And if I don't respect you and you don't respect me, we definitely ain't getting through that.
Right.
I completely agree. And I didn't hear my parents curse at each other. Like I could sense at some points when the energy was off between them, but there was never any kind of physical, any verbal, like no disrespect, at least not in front of me and my brother. And so for from my experience, like the yelling or like I'm in a place like you. I'm at a place right now where if I'm raising my voice, I need to check I need to check myself. Like why don't I have the control over me right now to not crash out? Cuz that's basically
Right.
what it is. If we can't
Right.
communicate
Yeah.
at a with inside voices, like we always tell these little kids, use your inside voice.
Inside
If
voices.
I can't as a grown person communicate with my words without cursing you out and using my inside voice, that's a sign that I got some stuff I gotta fix.
You got a problem.
If I am communicating that way, but you can't, then that's a sign that you got some stuff you need to fix. But a lot of times we don't take accountability for our actions. We just ready to retaliate
Yeah.
in whatever form it is. And a loving, kind relationship, a non-abusive relationship, isn't about retaliation, because we got too
Correct.
many other spiritual warfare going on for us to be going back and forth at each other. And
Correct.
so, like, I've heard, I think there's a book out there, I don't know who it's by, called Fight Fair. In a marriage, how do you fight fair? It might be Priscilla,
Trying.
yeah, it might be
Yeah.
her, because she had War Room. Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'm just confusing those two. But either way, I'm with you. Like, the next relationship that I get in, I hope that have enough discernment to be led by God into that relationship. And in that relationship, like, respect has to be the number one thing
Yeah.
from me and for me, from me and for me, just like I would expect the same of him. So to to go back to your 17, y'all are basically tearing each other down when you're
Yeah.
supposed to be uniting and being together. Like, how
Well,
long
really,
was
if you think about it, if I think about it, really that wasn't even a relationship.
it
So
wasn't
when I'm in these so-called relationships, even the last one that I previously got out of with somebody just that seemed perfect but was crazy. Um, if you really think about how a person does you, that's horrible. You're not really. I mean, that's not no relationship. You're just trying to make me crazy.
because
So
we're
I'm not gonna say this was a relationship. You know what I'm saying? People
facts.
say situationship or they say all of these things. When you get your head together, and I tell people when you deal with crazy people, crazy men, crazy women, you stop calling it that. I wasn't in a relationship with them. The person was crazy. I thought this was my person and it's not. So I'm done. And that's it.
You so
That's it.
right. I had a guest on the show, and he is a trauma coach now, and
Mm-hmm.
specifically for women who have been in abusive relationships, because he lost his sister to domestic violence. And you brought that up,
Horrible.
and he said it's not a relationship because we're not relating. Like, what are we
No,
relating
we're not
on?
relating.
The
We're not
If we would
relating.
take time to break down these words
You're
and
right.
what their
To
root
be
word
in a
meanings.
relationship, it needs to be a relatable thing. So really, you have one person that likes you that thinks they're in a relationship, and the other person is not relaying the same, stuff that you are trying to get. And for women, women always try to, and it's a human nature. I was telling my husband, it's almost human nature for people to, if they treat you bad, you try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Especially women. Women try to fix it. Oh, if I just give them more love, give them more sex, give them more money, cook a little bit more food, it can make me love you, honey. If he, first of all, he probably don't love himself. If he don't love himself, he can't love you. If he don't love God, let's back up. If he don't love God, he does not love you. Let's start right there. Let's start right there. It's nothing you can do to make this man happy. He's sick. Nothing. Nothing.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Because I don't even know if we need to use this. I'm trying so hard not to scream and cut up with you right now, because
Um,
you are literally speaking everything that I see now. Because even homeboy on my side was like real, like deep in the Bible and in the Word, but I could see. I'm like, you're not submitted to God. You want to be a leader, but you're not humble enough to be led by anyone on earth or in the spiritual realm.
these people are narcissistic sociopaths. That's what they are. And there's so many of them, men and women. I've
Yep.
seen women the same way. Narcissistic sociopath. They want power. They're impulsive. They have grandiose ideas. They disregard everything that you're doing. They want power. It's about power. Let me tell you, my last relationship, it was difficult, and then it got easy to get over it because I had to realize that this motherfucker crazy. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you have to realize that This is a game. This is a game to these people. They're trying to have control over you, your mind, your lifestyle. They playing God. You're not gonna play God. The best thing that you can do is cut them off. Don't speak to them and enjoy your life. They'll be sick. You hear me? They'll be sick. Sick. So you want to play games? Watch this game. It's called the quiet game. Heard that? The quiet game.
That's honestly when you're dealing with someone who is all about the mental gymnastics and all about the manipulation of your mind, the only way you're going to free yourself from it is to literally cut it off. Like you
Mhm.
have to. When I left, we have 3 kids together, babies. Like when I left, they were two, 1 and 1, 2, 1 and 1. When I left, I didn't communicate with him for nearly 3 months. And during that time, I had some of his family members reach out to me telling me how wrong I am for keeping the kids from him. But what they didn't realize was I had finally saw who he was. He didn't want the kids, the responsibility of the kids. He just wanted access to them. And even if he would have had access to them, he wouldn't have been responsible for them. It wouldn't have been no pickup meetups. He only wanted it because he wasn't getting it. But I
Well,
had to
and
do what I had to do.
he probably didn't even want access to the kids. Most of these men don't want these
They
kids. They
that's
want
the
access to
play.
you. They
That's the
want
play.
access to
Yep.
you so they can get back in your head.
Yep. And I
That's
knew I had to stop it. I knew I was like for this time, like I've got to at least. I didn't realize I was deprogramming my brain, but
yeah.
as time went on, I did realize, because even when I was here away from him, I would still find myself making decisions based off what I thought he would approve or like. And I'm like, girl, what you doing?
Hmm.
Like the stupidest thing, like the color I painted my fingernails.
Oh
I was
wow.
like I'm double thinking what I'm painting based off what he said. And I'm like, we going through all of this. You already ain't attracted to me, so you say you don't want nothing to do with me, but then you want me to look a certain way. Like what? It's just it's some like
Mind
the
games.
it is sewage.
Yeah.
They turn your brain into sewage, and
Well,
you
they
just
want
have
you
to,
to not like yourself. They
yeah,
want control of you.
of
So if
everything.
they can get you to feel less about yourself, then they get control. That's a narcissist, honey. They get control. If they're telling you, "Oh, I don't like you, but I'm gonna put my seeds in you and give you 3 children," what kind of sick? You know what I'm saying? What are you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
people do this. This is a game. These are sick. It's like they're little devils, man. These people are sick. And you have to just realize it. And you have to really deprogram your brain to even think you were in a relationship. Like literally, the Lord had really just dealt with me. Cause I said, Lord, I want you to take every this I wanted to feel like I've never been in a relationship with any of these. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, with any of them. He did it quick, quick. You know what I'm saying? It could be done. There's no reason why, just like you said, you thinking about your fingernail color. I'm not giving anybody that control. I'm not giving
ever
anybody that
again.
control. Yeah, because I know who I am. I know, men will be like, "Oh, she look better than you, baby." I don't care. So it's a million women look better than me. It's a million men look better than you.
They don't
So
want to hear that
so
part.
what? So what?
They don't want to hear
And
that.
what? Okay, but this is me. I'm a
That's
unique
it.
person. I'm wonderfully made. I'm different. So either you like me or you don't. And if you don't, why you still here? Because I can go somewhere else. But see, when you
That
talk like that, you crazy. But I don't care. I'm gonna keep talking like that.
that goes back to the self-love. Like I said it several times on the podcast. Like I realized that I found myself in that space because of my insecurities, because
Right.
of constantly seeking validation and approval from someone of the opposite sex. I want you to want me. I want to be like the people I think you want. And like when you come across individuals who whose sole purpose is to play games like that,
Yeah.
you're nothing but putty.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and
Yes.
your
And they
trauma is
just
about
doing
to
this.
be,
That's what
yep,
they doing. And they're enjoying doing it. They're enjoying you running around like a puppet while
Yep.
you try to figure out your life and you losing it. You
And you
losing it.
losing yourself. You're losing
Yeah.
your light. You're losing everything that makes you you. Like everything that you had that made you you, they're trying to strip that away and
Yeah.
turn you into this fake pretend person that they don't even know what they want. If we being honest, they don't even
Oh,
know what they want.
girl. Girl, listen. Most people that are narcissists and most men who want that type of control are narcissistic men.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do they not know what they want, they'll keep playing games with different people because they not happy with themselves.
That's it.
That's why you're a narcissist. You want control because it's something that you're lacking, and you need Jesus is what you need, and then you'll fake and lie on Jesus. Y'all sick. Anybody who let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Let me be real. Anybody who plays with the Lord, I'm not fooling with you. You hear me? I'm serious. I'm not fooling with you. If you got a lie, like you said, your man was the man was lying, talking about the word, and you want to be all this, and then you just a narcissist, man, go to hell. And I mean that. Go to hell. That's sick. That's it. But see, they bank on it because they be feeling like we're weak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And I
yeah.
tell people, listen, you can cry, you can do all that. Cry at home, not too long though. And pull yourself up out the mud and get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together. Women, we have to get ourselves together. We got the kids, we got our jobs, we doing podcasts, we doing all of this stuff, and we're not taking care of ourselves. And that's when we lose ourselves over a man that we probably don't even like. We usually the men that do us wrong, we don't even like these. We don't even like these. And that's
You
a true statement.
because we convince well, we that is a true statement. And here is why to someone who's in that situation and you think you like that person. You don't like that person. You like the characteristics that they presented to you to get you into their trap. Because who they presented you to is not who they are. It's just a
No,
representative that they knew you would like. And
correct.
so you don't truly, because
Know
when
that
you
person.
have that trauma bond, you don't.
Yeah.
You think you love this person. Why is it so hard? All the comments and everything I see. Why is it so hard to let this person go? I know they did me wrong, but I love them. You don't really love that person. You love they who you thought they were.
Yeah.
You love
Well,
who they presented to you in the beginning, or you like who they presented to you in the beginning, the characteristics, but that's not their true characteristic. That's not their true core value, their true core person. It's just not. You're in love with a painting on the wall.
right. Yeah. But also, once you really realize, okay, like you said, you like what they you thought they were or how they act, eventually they're gonna show who they really are. And when a person shows you who they really are, you better believe this. And I mean, you listen, because really, they show you one time, but when they show you like again, like with little thing again and again and again, you just need to stop right there. You need to listen. Look, my relationship was so sociopathic that really, I couldn't even believe I was in this stuff. I'm talking about, see, I wasn't really even abused. I was love bombed to death. I was, buy everything, do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? And this man said he going around talking about me behind my back like I'm just, you know what I'm saying? The only
Hold on,
way,
wait. So talk to us about this because this is a different type of situation, and
yes,
people don't realize what abuse is when it's
right,
not physical, or
yeah,
when it
no,
looks like when it does look like, I'm loving you and showering you with gifts. Like let talk to us about this time.
okay,
Break it down on what it
so
was.
I had a relationship where it almost seemed perfect. You know what I'm saying? This was the perfect. We went from friends to a relationship to doing everything together, business together, doing everything together, talking every day. got engaged, planned a wedding. Well, a fake wedding. A fake wedding. You propose, you give me a ring, you call off a wedding, then you propose, re-propose. While you're in a whole nother relationship, lying to people, lying, but love bombing still. Let's go on trips. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know. Now, what's crazy about this is like a year before, I was like, you know what? This getting weird. I want out. The more I said I wanted out, the more he would like try to pressure to like, no, nah, let's get married, let's go to cancel, let's do this, let's do that. You know what I'm saying?
So
And so,
you weren't just thinking it, you were actually telling him, "Yo, this ain't working for me no more. I gotta
oh
go."
yeah, I told him, like, I don't want to be with you. I gave him his ring back. I don't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good this look. You know what I'm saying? I just, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I told him one day, you trying to kill me, something not right. So I remember I was getting back.
What?
Yeah, it felt like he was trying to kill me. Like, just, you want me mentally drained until I go crazy. That's what it
How was
felt
he
like.
mentally draining you?
So, like, just imagine you have a relationship that you feel is perfect, but something is not right. Like, okay, you say we're gonna get married, then it's like we do all this stuff, and then it's just like, well, let's change the date, or let's do this. But realistically, you're in a whole nother relationship. You hadn't told your mama you getting married. I'm over here passing out wedding invitations. I mean, crazy stuff.
Right. He proposed to you and his folks didn't know you were.
Honey, honey, listen. When you are dealing with a sociopath, this is I'm talking about a high, so-called high successful man sociopath. It looked like we had it all, and this man was crazy, still is crazy. And so I tell people, like, abuse is not. It doesn't always have to be beating you up. It doesn't always have to be cussing you out or fighting or whatever. It can be something like, oh, it seems like he loves me and he doesn't. What that man did, I could have lost my mind. Seriously. You went from I love you, baby, let's do all this to sending me a restraining order. Like, come on, man. It is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And so I think that people my I think that people really don't understand how sociopath works, you know what I'm saying, or how people with narcissistic behavior works, both men and women. This is a dangerous game. It's a game that they're playing in their head. You know what I'm saying? And until you cut them off, they will keep playing this game, digging you in a deeper and deeper hole until you lose it. And I'm just not willing to lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? In my life, I'm a winner. I'm going to stay a winner. That's it. So yeah, no, my situation is different because it seemed like it didn't seem horrible, but it was. It was horrible. This is abuse. This
How
is
long were y'all
abuse.
together?
4 years, 3.5 years, 4 years.
And
Yeah.
how long into the relationship before he proposed to you?
So I have a 2-year rule. So if you don't really propose to me in 2 years, you're not gonna waste my glory years. You know what I'm saying? So he proposed, of course, within 2 years with this ring. Okay. I'm just like, I don't want to be ungrateful, but what is this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You a whole, you got this whole professional job. We making a lot of money. What is this? Don't play with me. Don't play. So okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He did the whole thing, cry, all of that. But I still someone right. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we in a good place and something still ain't right. And I should have listened to that. But I was like, nah, maybe I'm tripping. So yeah, I mean, it was just a game. Like, really, it was a game. Some of the things that he did, he got me another ring, the ring that I wanted, and still, you know, I remember having his birthday party, and they looking at my ring and looking in shock, like, you didn't tell your mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, just crazy stuff. And so I think he played a sick game. I think he plays a game with every woman. And once he's done with you, he's done with you. And I told my friend, that's his mutual friend, I said, look, after he gets all the information that he gets from you, and if he's satisfied with, or he's done, done with talking to you and you don't give him, he's gonna be done with you. And sure enough, that's what he did. He cuts people off. He'll go get him a whole new set of friends. You know what I'm saying? He's a sociopath. He's a narcissistic sociopath. And it's really dangerous because for women that are like not in their, not, I ain't gonna even say not in their right mind, who are vulnerable and looking for love, you can lose it. Hell, I almost lost it. And I got myself together. You hear me? I got myself together. And I was finna I was finna do something to him. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about it. This ain't worth it. Cause the
It's
man
not.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? This man is crazy and he playing games. And then you gotta think about how sick this person really is. Like this person is living with themselves sick, and they going home trying to sleep good at night. You're not sleeping good at night. You messed up. So I don't have
Can't
to do
sleep.
nothing to you. And that
Can't
goes
sleep.
for a lot of people. People that purposely do people wrong and they're evil, man or woman, you're not having a good night's sleep. You're being tortured. You probably can't sleep. You're probably drinking, doing all kind of stuff, trying to run away from your problems and your dilemmas. That shit gonna catch up with you.
You name it, all of it.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a girl today in high school. She was talking to this boy, this young boy, and she was telling me in the beginning, I mean, it's really fresh because we just got back in school. So we 10 weeks in, 9 weeks in, right? So first couple of weeks they start talking, they met, she likes him, but she's like, I don't think I want to be with him because he's just a little too advanced. I guess the conversation or something just wasn't up to her tea. And so she cut it off, even though he said, I'm willing to compromise or work on that, give you what is more comfortable for you. She cut it off. So then she comes back like a couple of weeks ago, last week or so, and she's saying, "Oh, coach, I really want to, get back with him. I want to da 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 da." So I found out the information as far as why they separated in the first place. So over the weekend, she sends homeboy a little text message, I guess, expressing her feelings and saying that she still is interested, and she didn't give him a time to show himself. Then she comes in the beginning of the week and she's like, he just blasted her on social media. Like she's like, he done made a whole song about me, put my name out there, calling me bipolar and blah 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 blah, and said I'm like all of these things. And now today she's sitting out there like sulking in her misery. And she's a really bright light. And she's one of those unicorns. Like she marches to the
Yeah.
beat of her own drum, really beautiful person. Sulking in her misery today. And I'm just talking to her. I'm like, well, let's take accountability for your actions, which was you didn't give this young man the opportunity to make a mistake. You went ahead and cut him off when he said he would try. Now that that's out the way, let's focus on what he's showing you right now, because he did all
Right.
this. He went and blasted her on his live with a whole song that
Yeah.
he wrote about her, dogging her out, and then gonna come back to her and say, give me 3 days to make up my decision about you. I was
Girl,
wow.
girl, let me tell you something. But see, let me tell you, this is women's problem right here.
Talk to us.
A woman will sit and wait them three
And
days
wait, I told her today, I said, don't you do it.
when
I
he
said,
showed you who he is. And that was the Lord the first time, baby. When you said, "Oh, I don't know, it's something something ain't right." Okay, go with let me tell you about a woman's intuition. And I used to tell the audience that my intuition ain't never been wrong. Never.
it's not,
Never.
it's
It
not.
has never been wrong. If I feel like something is going on, and it ain't gotta be no cheating or nothing. I'm talking about just something going on. Something going on. It's something going on. So you better tell the girl, listen, run,
That's
run. Then women, we gotta take better care of ourselves. We gotta start exercising, eating right. I love food. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, go get you something unhealthy. But once you start mentally taking care of yourself and physically taking care of yourself, your brain starts thinking different. It starts thinking differently. Like she need to run. I wish
That's
somebody would blast me up, girl.
and then tell me you got 3 days with
Three
me now
days.
and got you hanging on
What?
the string to decide whether or not he want to give
Hanging on the
you
string.
another
I would
chance.
block him. Like seriously, I would delete everything he has ever done. Block him. If he saw me, I probably wouldn't even speak. I'd be looking at him like what? Oh, hey, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl,
And
this
it's
meant the audacity.
the audacity, and it's so sad. And I said, I'm like, just because what he's done isn't, and I, because I don't know the person
Yeah,
personally. I don't have a negative experience with this young man. So I'm not going to say, he could be dealing with a whole lot of trauma in his life. And if he has someone who can help him heal from that, those kind of character traits aren't gonna grow, and he's not going to become the type of man that just misuses and mishandles women. But in this moment, I'm like, this doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad person, because I'm in a school where there are a lot of kids that are dealing with a lot of anger issues and a lot of stress
right,
that they shouldn't be dealing with at this age. And it's so
right.
disheartening. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I know he's been through something, at least one thing I know. So there's no telling what other things he's dealing with. And when we don't have an outlet and any healthy communication as to how to navigate through our trauma and heal from it, we lash out. And I was like, these character traits aren't necessarily his true character. He could really be a good person and he's in a bad state. But either way,
either way.
this ain't for you.
This either
And
way.
all I can say is, I hope you, because I asked permission. I'm like, now, are you giving me permission to speak on this? Or are you just, because sometimes people just want to talk and
Yeah.
they don't want advice. I'm like, if you give me
Well,
advice, I'm about to give it to you. I can't make you take it and go the right way with it. But please understand, I've been here plenty of times before. I know this feeling that you're in right now. And
yeah,
this person has shown you all you need to see to know that you don't want that. Because
yeah,
this right here is a small scale of what could and will happen if y'all do get in a relationship and something goes opposite of the way that he wants it to go. Oh, it's about to be bigger, because
yeah.
that,
It's gonna get bigger. And if she is giving you the opportunity to speak about it or talk about it on your podcast, that means that she herself is looking for she wants to be held accountable for her actions. She just doesn't know, if she's young, she doesn't know
mhm.
the
Oh,
way
yeah. Oh, yeah. And
to
that's what
to
it
go
is.
about it. Yeah, she don't know the way to go about it. But being 44, but I was like this at 16. You know what I'm saying? Like I always and I thank God for my parents, I was always sure about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I always had a high self-esteem, and that's what so many young girls and women we're lacking. We have no self-esteem. We're trying to be like the other woman. We're trying to, like, girl, you got to stop. You got to love yourself. I don't care how you look, how fat you are, skinny you are. You have to love yourself. And so I think that's where we're struggling. We're struggling.
That's the flex right there. If you can truly love yourself, your concern is not going to be with whether or not someone else accepts you for who you are,
Yeah.
because you
Especially somebody
understand
who
that you
doesn't
ain't for
want you.
everybody anyways.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, she just, that's something she got to deal with to make her stronger. And I pray that she does not go back,
Right.
saying, because true love is out there. My husband now is just wonderful. Honey, I love you. He is wonderful.
Hey,
I
baby.
I just, Lord have mercy. I don't think he even understands. There is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And so I wish women just would hold out. People say it's sad, it's lonely to be alone, but it's lonelier to be with somebody who does not want to be with you. It's a horrible feeling
Run
to
that
be in
back.
there. Yeah, it's lonelier, the loneliest, to be with somebody who does not want to be with you.
Girl, I've said this before, and I don't know if I've said it to a friend or something, but I was in a marriage. I was like, it's hard to be a single mom.
Oh man.
It's harder to be a married single mom. because you have to do and perform wifely duties around the house and in the bedroom with someone who clearly has expressed that they don't want really nothing to do with you but to use you. And then you have to have the energy to take care of these kids because you don't have anyone helping you.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, and that was one of the reasons too, like I didn't want to be a single mom. Baby, listen, if you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, any kind, that is not healthy for you, and you know it's toxic or you feel it's toxic, it's going to happen anyways. You might as well go ahead and jump off that boat now,
Right. Yes.
because instead of giving you 3, 4, 5, 6 more years and then saying like, well, let me go ahead and go now. No, don't. That's what I did. Don't do it, because I'm here anyways.
Yeah.
I'm here anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Jump off the
really,
boat.
yeah, I tell people that are in abusive relationships, especially with children, and I get the logic of hanging in there for my kids, but it's so damaging to children.
Backwards. It
It's
is.
so damaging to so now your children are seeing you in a dysfunctional relationship, and you're basically giving them permission to say this is okay. You're giving them permission. Lord have mercy. And I know that people really, most people love their children. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want anything to happen to their children. And sometimes the best thing you can do in a relationship is leave so you can have a healthy self. If you're not healthy, nobody else, especially when it comes to the mother or whoever the primary caregiver is, if the father is the primary caregiver, then he acts like that. So if you're not properly taking care of yourself, your whole family, you and your children are affected. They're affected. And the damage that you can do by staying in a relationship, man, it's traumatizing, man. It'll bring you to tears. It'll bring you to tears. That's why I tell people, if you got young babies, get out while you're young. They ain't gonna even remember that. Get out. Get out.
Because
Get out.
it's so sad. And then you have the kids that get older, and when you think you like, you can't hide anything from young kids, honestly. Like they
No.
are seeing everything. That's why your mannerisms become their mannerisms, and you
Yes.
don't even realize it. But when they get older, and then you find yourself having to say, this is not love, don't do this. Like, a child is not going to hear your words when they're looking at your actions every day or seeing what you're taking every day. They're going to hear them, but they're not going to receive them. And that's why the cycle keeps continuing, because we stay in a situation we know is unhealthy. We
Right.
think that, like, we have glorified this two-parent household in a world that doesn't follow God's rules. God's plan was for it to be a two-parent household with the correct man and correct woman. But
Right.
because we're so focused on, especially in the Black community, having a father in the house, like, we trying to have a father in the house that ain't no good to the mom or the kids.
Are the kids. Are the kids. And
And
it's
so you're
so
sacrificing the
detrimental.
health and the future of those children for the sake of saying you grew up in a two-parent household.
Yeah, because usually the pattern is, and I got my master's in counseling, and to see, like my mom used to say, and it's crazy, like, these folks really, they're not right. They have mental disorder. And I'm like, mama, everybody ain't got no mental disorder. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yes,
A
they
lot of them
do.
do.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, being older and wiser and knowing what I know, um, the best thing you can do is just get out of it. What your kids, if you are showing your kids that when they grow up, they can get in the same relationship, they can get in, they can be the person that you weren't or were or whatever in that relationship. And to see your kids go through hurt, the same hurt that you went through, no parent wants that, man. No parent, if you were married to somebody horrible, you do not want your child married to somebody horrible. You know what I'm saying? And the statistics show that usually that happens. It's just like single parents. If the father is absent in the house, if she grows, she have a son, 9 times out of 10, her son is gonna be an absent parent. It's statistics that prove this. And so I think if people just think, you know what I'm saying? Now my brain work a little different from most people. But when I talk to people, I'm like, look, you gotta just think about this. Like, let's sit down, breathe, and talk. And that's probably not right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like, well, I wasn't married then. Since I'm married now, I'll give a little advice, not too much, but I don't like giving married people advice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I try to let married people stay married, but I'm not going to stay in a miserable marriage. I'm just not.
No,
We got one life, man. One. And I just can't. You know what I'm
God
saying?
didn't intend that.
Mm-mm, no. So, yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Hmm.
Ooh, it's hard out here for him.
Oh, yes, it is.
Earl. Oh
Yes, it
my
is.
gosh. so so you went through what you went through with, like, that's a different type of crazy, like you
Oh,
said,
yeah.
though, to be in a relationship for years and like it's constant love bombing, because all the conversations that I had up until you have been, he was love bombing for months, he was love bombing for the first year and then the second year and then he snapped, but like for him to keep going
Oh, girl,
and then have a whole nother relationship on the
when
side.
I decided to leave, so I was coming back from Cayman, and something told me to record the call. Lord, me and my friend had just figured out how to record without them hearing it. And something said, record this call. And he was on there begging, I love you. I never cheat on. I never, let's do this. Let's go to Canada. Let's do it. I'm talking about just lying for a good 25 minutes. And when it all came out like he was trying to tell his new girlfriend, he sent me this text, I'm sorry, I was doing this, I was trying to let you down easy. Are you crazy? Like trying to make it like I'm the problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent that girl, I sent the mama all the text messages. I sent the new girlfriend all the pictures. I sent her this voice recording. I said, listen, he very crafty at what he does. I said, if he can do this to me after all the stuff we've been through, imagine what he can do to you. Imagine what he can do to you. He doesn't care about you, honey. If he can do this to me, send me a cease and desist after you just beg me to marry you again. Are you crazy?
Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
if a man can do that to anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that in a general statement. If a man can do that and be talking to you, so you're completely disregarding my feelings. You don't care about my emotions. You don't care about if I go crazy. You know, because if I was mentally weak, I could go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I could have really went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just a very a difficult time, but it was a time that I had to go through. And I kept telling myself I will not go into my 2025 in this relationship with this man. And it was crazy because New Year's Eve, that's when it all unfolded. It just came out. You know what I'm saying? And even after that, this man still called my friends, tried to propose, repropose again,
A third time?
again. But I mean, by my staff, trying to call my staff, call people. I mean, it was sick. It was sick. And so once I realized, okay, this is crazy. You know, I said, okay, you can't, you know, I would try to talk to him like, look, you need to get help, da 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 da. Then I thought about it. He too sick for this. Let me stop. Let me stop that. You cannot talk to these folks when you are in these relationships. Again, I'm gonna say men or women because there's some crazy women out here. You got to cut them off. You have to cut them off. You cannot speak to them. The number one thing you can do is be silent.
Because
Be
they are master
silent.
manipulators.
Man, master, high level manipulators. They want power. Do you hear me? Power and control. and they're usually successful people. And so what he would try to do is discredit me because, oh, he's a this or he's that, he's in this profession, he's in that profession, you know. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But the more you go and do that, you're making yourself look crazy. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's good to just stay quiet, enjoy your life, and just show them, show yourself. You know what I'm
That was
saying?
what I was gonna
Show
say.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that people get so wrapped up on, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show. No, you're not even trying to show him. You're moving on. It like
Right.
I disregard everything. You know what I'm
Because
saying? I
please
don't care.
understand, they
I don't
ain't
care
really
about you.
checking for you anyways. Once
No.
once that thing has disintegrated or disassembled itself, however it
Mhm.
does, and you out here thinking, well, I'm gonna move on and do da 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 da, and he gonna see. You sit here post all the pictures you want to on social media with your new relationship, thinking in the back of your mind he's not checking for you.
He ain't checking for you.
He already moved
No.
on to
He moved
17,
on.
18, whatever number he on.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
matter of fact,
And it's
he
a
had
game.
them in the chamber before y'all even came
Before,
apart.
and let me tell you something. I remember the girl that he was seeing then. When I sent her an inbox, and I think I emailed her. I was like, look, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you because I know how dangerous of a game he is playing. This is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about this girl like she probably thinking she got the love of her life, and this man over here is sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's sick. So she had reached out like some months later, like, thank you, some didn't feel right. And so
Mm,
she moved on too. And
thank
I
God.
thank
Thank
God
God.
for that. And so like I tell people, because people still ask, like, oh, you should get back, or oh, this and this and that. And I don't go into details, you know what I'm saying? Well, two people see me with my husband now. So
Hmm.
they really like, oh Lord, like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
she gone. Okay, she
I'm
gone.
gone. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And really, even speaking about it too much, I don't even really like speaking about it too much. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
because it's irrelevant, because it wasn't real. You hear me? This was a delusional situationship. So this is not real. You know what I'm saying? This is something that happened to me over a course of time, and I'm over that shit, and I done moved on. And that's what women need to do. Get you a new man, move on. Get the Lord first. Get the Lord,
Get the
pray,
Lord.
get
Get
the Lord.
yourself.
Get
Get
yourself. Go
yourself.
to the gym, exercise, eat right, drink your water, and for me, sweet tea, and get yourself together. Get yourself together.
Cause
That's the word.
listen,
Mhm.
if you don't, you're gonna be out there trying to have somebody else help you get yourself together, and it ain't
And
gonna be
it's
the
gonna
help
go
you want.
downhill, man. It's gonna go downhill. Man, look, I remember looking at myself. I had gained so much weight. I've lost about 60 pounds. I
Wow.
looked at myself, I said, man, I'm unrecognizable. When people see me out now, people be like, man, they don't even recognize me. I'm like, I was gone. This man really, like, I was in tune and he was in tune to whatever, to making me crazy, that I didn't even realize I had lost myself. You get what I'm saying? Thinking it's good. I ain't had no abusive problem. We're going out every day. You know what I'm saying? Eating out
That's
every day.
crazy.
Getting fat, going on vacations. We going out, doing this. Baby, come
That's
here, let's
crazy.
do this. So I wasn't getting abused now. And that's why most people, women, are like, oh girl, I would never leave him. Girl, he got this, he got that. Man, I'd rather be with somebody who loves the Lord,
That's it.
who will
What
pray for
Monica
me.
say? Monica said, "So gone over you, they will have
Mhm.
you so gone,
Gone. Mhm.
so
Well,
gone,
I'm gonna go. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go.
baby." Hey, like Uncle Charles, y'all from Bone Thugs and Harmony. They will gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild
Yeah.
how, I
Yeah.
mean, even with all the studying that is done, it's just still mind blowing that someone can really be that demented
Man.
and act that way, and then just like how is that not exhausting? It's like they got all the energy in the world, because how's that not exhausting for you to be doing this over and over and over again? And then once you lose that one person, you go find you another one and you got to start this cycle over and over. Like, how is that not exhausting?
You know, I think that because I'm a good person, and people are good, you have some good people out here, they really just want to believe that they can't be that crazy. They
Mm,
see the good in them. They see whatever is good. And they say, well, oh, it ain't that bad. Or they're just in denial, basically. And I think
yeah.
that because I wasn't hearing it, my friends were, or whatever, they were seeing it. They weren't telling me because they knew the love bombing was so bad. They had to have proof in order to tell me, because you know what I'm saying, he kept me close. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what they do.
in a relationship, you gotta watch that. Like, if somebody just wants you for just all to themselves, you gotta watch that. You know what I'm saying? If they, it's only you staying on the phone 4 or 5 hours, 6, 7 hours, then you go see him. Then so you're really taking my time away from, my kids, my this, my that. Now that I'm out of the situation, I can see clearly what was happening. You know what I'm saying? And I knew, I guess I felt like I knew what it was, but I just didn't get it. Just being honest, I
Yeah,
didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is opposite of what people say is abuse. You get what I'm saying? But it's still very abusive.
it
So,
is.
like, women in whatever type of situation, we just really have to love ourselves. We really have to pray more. We really have to get back in our word, dig deep. God can send you the person that you need. He has done it for me. I am grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that I have somebody that can pray with me, that can pray
Mm-hmm.
for me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we can get out of these horrible relationships, and we just got to do better with taking care of ourselves and our self-worth. You know what I'm saying? If you see another pretty woman say, oh, she thinks she all that, acknowledge the pretty woman. Hey, boo, you pretty. You know what I'm saying? If my man say she pretty, I shouldn't be like, I mean, why you say she pretty? No, oh yeah, she is pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes I think men and women, we take that like to offense. Like, oh, she, you disrespecting me. Okay, no, okay. If the person look good, they look good. It's nothing wrong with that. If the brother got a nice suit on, oh, his suit look nice. Why you mad? Baby, that suit look nice on you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I think, in a relationship, especially black, I'm an African American, or I'm black, especially in our relationships, it's so tough because it's like it's a fight, it's a pull fight, constant. You know, we're trying to be a certain person, and it's just like, be yourself, be yourself, whatever that looks like. Don't try to alter yourself for anybody and put yourself in a box to fit what he thinks he wants. If you're
Mm-hmm.
yourself, true to yourself, just you'll be a happier person. So even if the man leaves, you'll still be yourself. You get what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, we're in our 40s and now we got to dig ourselves back out of the mud while raising children and try to act like we're okay and
Help us,
cry,
Lord.
going in the shower to cry. So we
Stop
don't,
reading me. Stop reading me. You
you know
hear
what I'm
me?
saying?
It's
You're
tough.
playing with your kids, then you get emotional. You got to go in the shower and cry.
It's tough.
It's tough, man. I've been there. It's tough. And I was like, well, I got to get this together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you have to talk to yourself like, girl, what is you doing?
Yes.
You are
Yes.
the,
You
don't
got to
you?
change the self-talk. You got to
Yeah,
change the narrative. You got to
yeah,
change all that stuff that was conditioned into you. And now, like you said, having to go back in your older years, put your pieces back together and figuring out who you were supposed to be, like, bump all that. And when you were
yes,
saying how you should be able to compliment, like if you're seeing another woman and your first thought is, or who she thinks she is, or da da da. Don't, before you even try to switch the conversation and say, let me stop and compliment it, you need to check yourself and figure out why you jealous of this
Why
person.
are you jealous of her? Yes, because it's something in you that you don't like about yourself.
And you need to fix it.
Fix it.
This is what I always talk about. Like, you have to, if you want to be more confident, you gotta do two things. Accept the things about you that you cannot change, and change the things that you can. And that's it.
That's
But
a
you gotta be
word,
willing
girl.
to do it.
That's a whole word. That's
Yeah.
the doors of the church are open. Will
Baby,
there
we
be
can take up an
one?
offering and communion if we need to.
Yes. Yes, yeah. But I mean, I think too that comes like, your show is talking about trauma and all, abusive relationships. That comes with abuse. You know what I'm saying? I see some of the most beautifulest women with such a low self-esteem.
Low
You know
self-esteem.
what I'm saying? Just low
Yep.
self-esteem. They don't even realize how beautiful they are because some man with a birth certificate then tore them down. You know, get out of here. I'm just saying.
With a birth
With a birth
certificate.
certificate.
Jeez.
You know what
And
I'm
don't
saying?
even got the daddy
Not
name on
not
it.
not saying credentials matter because they don't. For me, they don't. You know what I'm saying? But some of these men ain't worth it. Some of these women ain't worth it. They ain't worth it.
They're not.
They're just not.
They're
You know,
not. So, moral of this conversation is get yourself and get yourself.
get your
Get God and get yourself. Cause
get yourself.
otherwise you just gonna be, it's gonna be a never-ending cycle. And you
Yeah.
seeking something that you're supposed to find within, you seeking it from outside sources, and it's just not gonna feel what you feel like you're lacking when you got everything you need. You already got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and just, again, I can't say enough. Get in your word, read the Bible. Or if you don't, I don't like reading, listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some gospel music while you're exercising. Take a walk, play with your dog. I don't know. Do something with physical activity until, it like it triggers something in your brain to just be better. And
Hmm.
so that really, really just helped me a lot. And not just this relationship, just relationships, like just getting out of a relationship, just getting back to my mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? You gotta shake that stuff off because these relationships they can take stuff off. I see now because I think you saw my comment in the group, but I'm in groups, different groups, and it's people dying over this stuff. This is serious. This stuff is serious, and I tell women we're playing with our lives, messing with these.
Man.
We're playing with our lives. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Russian
saying?
roulette. It is
Yes,
literally Russian roulette because you don't
it
know
is.
when they gonna snap and what they gonna do when they snap.
Man, you do not. And I think for it in my situation, like you said, mine was so it was scary because he ain't do this, but this man, this is crazy. And so I know, like, if I'm being domestically abused, if I'm being punched or whatever, okay, that's fit. I know that he is capable. And I think some women are just so scared that they stay in it. You know what I'm saying? They're
Hmm.
scared. They're really
Yeah.
scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I tell people you need to reach out for other type of help. But in my situation, I think it was even more scary because it was so unpredictable.
Yeah.
It was very unpredictable. And then I'm like, okay, this man can do all this stuff with different medicines. Like, would he kill me? You know what I'm saying? Would he
Yeah.
do this? Would he? And so I'm just not willing to put my life on the line for anybody. And he's just not worth
Mm.
it. He's not worth it. Anybody that causes me pain is not worth
It's
it.
not worth it.
No, no, it's just not. So when I look at relationships, look at how my parents were in a relationship, and I'm not even saying I want a relationship like my parents. I'm not. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Even though it appeared as they had a good relationship, I want the relationship that God has for me.
Amen.
You understand? I think we
Hmm.
get caught up on, I want to be like this.
Relationship goals.
Yeah, relationship. I want to be like this. Oh,
Don't even
see
know
this.
what's going
See,
on.
you don't know what the hell they doing in their house.
Don't know what's
You
going on
don't even
behind.
know. No. So I want my own relationship. The relationship that God has for me. And I think when you get mentally, when you get tired, you'll get there. I tell people, look,
Yes,
when women say, "Oh well, I'm gonna give them one more time," you ain't tired. You're
you
not
ain't
tired.
tired.
You're not tired. You know what I'm saying? Once you get tired, you'll stop. You know what I'm saying? Mine, I'm telling you, it was easy. After about a month, yeah, about a month. It was easy. It's like, okay, I'm not speaking to you. I remember he calling me and my mama this, I'm sorry to hear that, but this is the last time you gonna speak to me. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
they will use anything to get your
Anything.
sympathy.
Anything. My
That's
mama
why you
did, my
can't
mama did.
communicate with
You
them.
cannot, because narcissists are good. They're good. Listen here, that man got a mouthpiece. They good at that stuff. I'm not finna even play them entanglement
Don't play
games.
the
Watch
game.
this. Click.
You can't
Nothing.
lose if you don't step on the court.
No. No, and
You
that
can't
goes for
take it.
anybody. I think people think it's just like relationship. No, I'm talking about if I gotta cut a girl out, a friend, I'm
Yeah,
gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off. If you're doing something strange, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you. I ain't got time. Life too short. I go talk to the dogs. The dogs ain't talking crazy. You know
baby.
what I'm saying?
Ow.
Yes. So yeah, yeah.
Shoot, I think you hit it then with the mic drop. What did you say? You said, oh my gosh, I'm not willing to lose my life for anybody.
Anybody but the
And
Lord.
that's literally, but I think too metaphorically, because like you said, when you get in that stuff, you lose yourself and you're no longer living, you're just existing. And that's the last thing I want to say is what Reva said, quoted. Don't be willing to lose your life or yourself for anybody.
Yep. Yep.
If somebody is trying to change you to meet their narrative, I mean, even if somebody, I almost want to say, if somebody so-called themselves trying to change you for your betterment, you better talk to God and ask God to change you. And if God needs you to change, then y'all work that out. But trying to quote unquote be better for somebody else, they didn't see you for who you were. They saw you for who they wanted you to become. And you might not even be meant to become that person. Don't lose your life
Because you're losing your life.
for
You understand?
anybody. If you don't get nothing from this conversation today,
Yeah.
Reva said, do not be willing to lose your life or risk. Just
Risk.
risk your life
Yeah.
for anybody.
Yep. Yep.
Sis, if I had
So
my
true.
soundboard, I would hit a mic. You would hit,
Doo-doo.
you know, beep, boop. You done get off the
Yes.
elevator. We done made it to the floor we supposed to stop on.
Yeah, you can start right there. And so hopefully this will encourage people in bad relationships, or even if they don't even appear to be bad, to focus on God, focus on themselves, and get whatever help you need. It's a lot of Black people don't want to go to a counselor or don't want to go talk to a pastor
It's
or
2025. Get off
go.
that train.
Yeah, I mean, you can get better help. I mean, you can get therapists now on your phone. I mean, if you got to talk to your phone, but talk to Jesus first. I tell you,
Yes,
AI, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just if you're going through something, get help.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all, she said what she said.
Yes, I
The
did.
way she said it with her whole chest.
Yes.
So if you was offended, you might need to
Oh,
go talk to somebody and figure
yeah,
out why.
yeah. I don't care about offending people anymore. I stopped it.
Child, child.
Yeah.
Reva,
Yep, that's me.
girl, thank you for coming through and showing up and showing us how you shine.
Yes, anytime,
Baby,
anytime.
what Rihanna said, shine bright like a
Like a
diamond.
diamond. I love diamonds.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, it was such a privilege to have this moment for you
thank
to take
you.
your time to share this space with you, to have this
Yeah.
conversation, and to give us an insights on an experience from a different side. Like, that's totally different. Like, to be
Yeah.
love bombed from psychosis is like,
It's crazy. Yeah.
but like you said, if somebody can be, you just really have no idea what he could do. If he could
No,
do that, you have no idea what he could do. So
no, no.
I truly believe that this conversation, this episode is going to reach everybody that is meant to reach. When it's
Yeah,
supposed
praise
to
the
reach
Lord.
them, it's going to help them how it's supposed to help them. And I just thank you for being willing to share your story and
Well,
being
thank you
willing
for
to share
inviting
your
me.
experiences.
Thank you for
Girl,
inviting me.
absolutely. We're going to keep
I
in touch too.
enjoyed it. Yes, we got to keep in touch. Yes, we will.
We're going to
We'll
keep in
link up.
touch.
Yes.
Mm, from the SIP. Hey, y'all know
From
what
the
it is.
where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm right next door, boo. I'm in Alabama.
Uh-oh, Alabama.
Good old Bama.
Bama, Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama.
Sweet home. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. In
Yes, well,
Jesus'
it was
name. You
good.
know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
good. Yes, it was good talking to you. Thank you. I will come on your
Absolutely.
show anytime and
Girl,
we'll link up. And I'm glad you invited me.
yes, y'all know what it is. We thank you so much for showing up, sharing your love, and shining your light. In the meantime, in between time, until next week, we gone.